Still in welcome to part two of Who's Your Daddy? Jesus or Satan? So we got to know who our daddy is and we got to see who we believe. And to rule over the day and over the night. This is verse 18. Well, let's back up to 17. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth. He created birds, y'all, that fly through the air, that live in nests in trees and whatnot, in the cliffs or wherever they happen to nest. But it's up above, right? Think about this. He created these things from out of the water. He brought them up out of the water. If you thought about what a miraculous thing this was, that he created feathered birds and the fowls, chickens, whatnot like that, all that kind of thing from the water. Do you know what amazement that is? That is just some very awesome stuff when you really break it down and think about it. How many of y'all really give creation a thought? How that we were truly created. How miraculous that it was. But how did it occur? Because God said it. And God said, Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales. And there's people that will argue that it was just a fish that swallowed Jonah, that there were no whales. See what people argue about? And yet it says right here that God created great whales. And every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. 5,000 years, y'all, it took him to do all this. The fifth day. And God said, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping things. It's like the insects and whatnot. the snakes and whatnot, we don't. The creeping things that a lot of people don't like. And the beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind. See, we have different kinds of these things, but he still classified them things as cattle or whatever, as it says up here, cattle and creeping things and the beasts, which we know are the wild beasts like lions and stuff like that, right? Cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth, which means moves, upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our own likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. See, man's supposed to have dominion over these things. But do you? A lot of you fear them. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. A lot of you men want to treat women like they are not equal to you. But God created us too. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. See, they were supposed to bear children. And replenish, that means fill, the earth and subdue it. And have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. See, he provided them food before he even created the man. He made sure they had a way of life to be sustained. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, and in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, which is food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. That's breath. Wherein there is breath. I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. You see that? They were finished, y'all. That's all of creation right there, listed in chapter 1. Because it said that they were finished. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Then it goes into telling us the generations. I'm not going to go on into that. I was just trying to point out the stuff about the Sabbath, today being Sabbath. I'm trying to honor my Lord. And I'm trying to show you something. You don't believe God. You believe NASA, which is man who lies. And you believe that there is all these planets out there zooming around this galaxy and this solar system that doesn't even exist. I will see you in part 3.